RPM, or revolutions per minute, is how many revolutions the spindle makes every minute. On the mill, the cutting tool is spinning, and on the lathe, it is the workpiece. The inch formula to calculate RPM is the cutting speed in feet per minute times 12, divided by pi times the diameter in inches. Dividing 12 by pi can further reduce this formula to the cutting speed times 4 divided by the diameter. The approximate formula as shown here is often used because there are several factors which influence the cutting, such as the rigidity of the machine, the setup, and the cutting tool. The metric formula to calculate RPM is the cutting speed in meters per minute times 1000 divided by pi times the diameter in millimeters. The metric approximate formula is the cutting speed times 300 divided by the diameter. To ensure you understand how to calculate the RPM, let's do some sample calculations. If I were to use a 10 mm high-speed steel cobalt end mill to cut mild steel, the RPM would calculate to between 1200 and 1300. Any RPM within this range would be a reasonable starting point for this cutter in this material. If the same 10 mm end mill was now cutting 6061 aluminum, the RPM would be in the range of 4800 to 4500. If a 3-inch carbide face mill was cutting mild steel, the RPM would calculate to between 510 and 550. Next, we'll look at calculating feed rates for milling machines.